who gives this woman to be married to this man. Ladies and gentlemen, you may be seated. Friends and family, we have gathered here today with Sarah and Sean to give thanks for the gift of marriage and to share in the joy of their wedding. Marriage is a way of life given by God so that husband and wife may provide each other companionship, help, comfort, joy, and above all, love. Sarah and Sean, you have known each other from that first introduction at Wartburg College 7 years ago to this point of commitment today. At some point, you decided to marry. From that moment of yes to this moment of yes, you've been making promises and agreements in an informal way. All of those conversations that you held during those endless hours on the phone, over dinner, or while out with friends, all of those sentences that began with, when we're married, and continued with, I will, you will, and we will. Those late night talks that included someday, somehow, and maybe. And all of those promises that are unspoken matters of the heart. All of these promises and more are the real process of a wedding. The vows that you are about to make to one another are merely a way of saying, you know, all those things we promised and hoped for and dreamed of. Well, I meant them, every word. Look at one another and never forget this moment in time. Before this moment, you have been many things to each other. Acquaintance, friend, companion, love, and even teacher. As I'm sure you've both grown and learned much from each other in the last 7 years. In a moment, you're going to say a few words that are going to take you across the threshold of life, and nothing is ever again going to be the same between you. Because after these vows, you'll be saying to the world, this is my husband, and this is my wife. Sarah and Sean, it is an honor and a pleasure to be standing here with the two of you today. I love getting to know the story of you as a couple. From that first meeting at freshman orientation in college, you got to know each other as friends. It wasn't until senior year that you became an official couple and the beginnings of this beautiful love story started. When Sarah spoke about Sean, she said, he is truly the love of my life. He treats me the way every woman deserves to be treated. He takes care of me when I am sick and brings me chocolate when I am sad. I always grew up hoping I would find my Prince Charming, and I am one of the lucky ones, because I did. One thing that was clear when hearing Sean's story about Sarah was how very much he loved her. They have a little thing they do when they're out together. He squeezes her hands 3 times, which is code for I love you. And their defining phrase that they share together is very simply, always and forever. Sarah and Sean, congratulations to the both of you on the miracle of love you have found in each other. Sarah and Sean would like to take a moment to remember those loved ones who are no longer with us, for they know that although they are not here physically, they are here today and always in the hearts of those who love them. At this time, Julie Yusan will come forward and read These I Promise You.
I cannot promise you a life of sunshine. I cannot promise you riches, wealth, or gold. I cannot promise you an easy pathway that leads away from change or growing old. But I can promise all my heart's devotion, a smile to chase away your tears of sorrow, a love that's true and ever growing, a hand to hold in yours through each tomorrow.
Sarah and Sean will now exchange their wedding vows. Please repeat after me.
I, Sean, take you, Sarah, to be my wife, to have in the whole, from this day forward, for better or for worse, for richer or for poorer, sickness and in health, to love and to cherish, till death do us part.
I, Sara, be my husband, to have and to hold from this day forward, for better or for worse, for richer or poorer, in sickness and health, to love and to cherish, till death do us part.
Before we move on to the exchange of wedding rings, Jen Zajicek will read, "With this ring, I be well."
With this ring, I be wed, and bravely go where love has led, a journey unto the unknown, but with hope always coming home. With this ring, I be wed, accepting joy and teardrops shed, facing whatever the future hides, walking side by side. With this ring, I be wed, especially when our hearts have bled, especially if we are afraid, especially when we're old and gray. Remember, we have said, with this ring, I be wed, until either you or I are dead. And our legacy lives on instead, in the babies that we bred. With this ring, I be wed, joining hands and bowing heads, giving God our mortal thread. May God give daily bread. With this ring, I be wed, and taste the sweetness we have fed. In wedded bliss, long may we live, but if bitterness, let's forgive, and give due honor and respect, and trust and romance, not neglect, and form a fantastic reality, forever, you and me. With this ring, I be wed, as we lay tonight in bed, and gaze out at the brilliant stars. Their symbol now is ours. A true love sparkling tradition, inside matching band's inscription, matching vows written and read, with this ring, I be wed.
The wedding rings, the unbroken circles, are symbols of eternity. Like a circle, you cannot find the beginning nor the end, as it is with love. I hope the two of you always feel as though there really was no beginning, because it is so obvious that you were always meant to find each other. There also is no end, for this is a love that goes on forever. Today, you have chosen to exchange rings as a sign of the love that you have for each other and a seal of the promises you're making today. May we please have the rings? Sean, as you place this ring on Sarah's finger, please repeat after me.
I give you this ring. It's a symbol of my love. With all that I am, and all that I have, I honor you.
Sarah, as you place the ring on Sean's finger, please repeat after me.
I give you this ring, the symbol of my love, and with all that I am, and all that I have, I honor you.
Sarah and Sean have chosen to commemorate their marriage today through the lighting of a scented candle. First, we will ask the mothers to come forward and light the two outer candles to symbolize the love, traditions, and foundation that Sarah and Sean have received from their families. Sarah and Sean, the center candle represents your marriage. By lighting it together, you are joining your lives, forming one heart and one love. Before we move on to officially pronouncing this happy couple married, Sarah and Sean have asked that immediately following the recessional and after the parents exit, that you make your way out to the atrium to the far left corner, and Sarah and Sean will greet you there. Thank you. Too bad. All right. Sarah and Sean, you are now entering the greatest journey of your lives. Inasmuch as you have both agreed to enter the marriage relationship, having exchanged vows and given and received rings as tokens of your love, I now, by the authority of the state of Iowa, do pronounce you husband and wife. Now you may kiss her.